Hey lovely people, welcome back once again to another exciting episode of Stitches Biz Collection. I'm Miss Stitches. In this video, let me share with you how to make a YouTube logo beaded bag. Yes, a YouTube logo beaded bag. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Let's get started. Materials needed. So you cut your fish line. You make sure it's long enough. And I'm using 0.70 mm. Make sure you have the ends of the fish line. Pick 4 beads, 2 red beads, 2 white beads. Then you first face the 2 white beads, then the red beads follow. So you should get it this way. Then you cross with the second red bead, so which is the 4th bead. You cross with it, you pull it out. Then you have your first ring. Then you pick 3 beads, 1 white bead and 2 red beads. Then you fix the white bead on the left side, then you fix the red bead on the right side, and then you cross with the second red bead. So you cross with the 3rd bead. Then you have your second ring, and then you pick 3 beads again, 1 white bead, 1 red bead. Then you fix the white bead at the same part, which is the left fish line. Then you fix the red bead at the right fish line. Then you cross. Then you get your 3rd ring. Then you weave 3 more rings in addition to this. So we already have 2. And then weaving the last one on this fish line, you fix 2 white beads and 1 red bead. And then you cross both sides. You cross the side with the red bead. You cross the red bead with the right fish line. So this is what you should get. And we have 6 rings in all, or we have 6 chains. So on this fish line, you fix 3 red beads, and then you cross with the 3rd bead using the right fish line. So you can turn to weave the other side. And then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead. Pick 2 beads again, and then you cross with the 2nd bead using the right fish line. So you pick 2 red beads, and then you cross with the 2nd bead using the right fish line. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead. You pick 2 red beads again, and then you cross with the 2nd bead using the right fish line. Then you go through the next bead, fix another red bead till you get to the top. And then this time you fix the red bead on the last end of the fish line. Then you cross. So this is what you should get. And then on this fish line, you are going to weave downwards 1 more time. So we have it here, and it's all in red. So you are going to weave twice and in all red beads. So we have it done. And then this one, you fix 2 white beads on the left fish line. Then you cross with the right fish line, and then you go through the next bead, fix 1 white bead and then 1 red bead, and then you cross the red bead using the right fish line, and then you weave all red beads to the top. Then after you've turned, you fix 2 white beads on the left fish line, then you cross with the 2nd white bead using the right fish line. This is what you should get. Then you go through the next bead, fix 2 white beads on the left fish line again, then you weave on, then you fix another 2 white beads, then you weave on, and then with the last part you fix 1 white bead, 1 red bead, and then you cross with the red beads. Then you get this triangle shape. Then you turn with 1 red bead and then 2 white beads. That is what you are turning with. Then you weave to the top with white beads. Then when you get to the top, you fix 1 red bead and 1 white bead. Then you cross with the white bead. Then this is what you should have. And then you fix 3 white beads on the left fish line. Then you cross with the 3rd white bead. Then you weave all white downwards. then you weave all white once again. So with the same method, it's the same method we are using. All you need to know is where we are fixing the white bead and where we are fixing the red beads, and you will get the shape you want. When you get to the last end, you fix 2 white beads and then you cross with the second bead with the right fish line, and then you weave all red downwards again. So with the same method, this time you weave all red. So this time we are going to weave 4 times and all in red, but make sure when you get to the last part, which is the 4th part, it will have the white at the end. So we have it done now, and when you get to the last end, on this fish line you fix 2 white beads, and then with that same part you fixed the beads, you go through this red bead here, you pull it out, and then with this fish line you pass it through this bead to the 3rd bead here. So you pass all to this to the last but 1 bead, sorry, and then you weave to the last but 1 bead on the other end. So you fix 2 white beads and 1 red bead, and then you cross with the red bead using the right fish line. Then with the right fish line you go through the next bead, and then you weave on twice in red beads. Then you fix 1 white bead, 1 red bead, and then you cross with the white bead. Then you fix 2 white beads on the left fish line, and then you cross, and then you go through the next bead, and then you weave all in red so you get to the last but 1 bead. Then you turn with 2 white beads, then you go through this bead, and then you pass the fish lines through to the last but 1 bead, and then you weave all in red till you get to this part. You fix 1 red bead and 1 white bead, and then you cross with the white bead using the right fish line. Then you go through this bead, then you weave all in red. So anytime you get to the ends, you go through, pass the fish line through the last but 1 bead, then you weave all in red, but the ends are all in white. So as you can see, all my ends are in white beads. So after you are done, you pass the excess fish lines through everything, and then with the same method we did on the top, you do the same thing to the down part. So I'm doing that off camera. I'll be right back. So I have it done now, and this is what you should get. As you can see, we have the YouTube logo all the way done. So we are going to attach our metal handle, and then with that you need to turn the logo to face the left side so we can attach our handle. So the handle should be in the middle. Then you count downwards to the 4th bead or the 5th bead, and that's where we are going to attach the handle. So with a new fish line, you go through this bead, you pull it out. Your fish line shouldn't be long enough. Then you pick 3 beads, fix 1 on the left fish line, fix 1 on the right fish line, and then you cross with the 3rd bead using both fish lines. You pull it out, and then you pick 3 beads again, fix 1 on each fish line, then you cross with the 3rd bead. Then you have your second ring done. Then with the last part, you fix 1 fish line each on both fish lines, and then you fix the handle in the middle. Then with the left fish line, you go through from the left to the right side, and then with the right fish line, you go through from the right to the left side. So you should have the fish line coming out of this bead, as you can see. Then you pass the excess fish lines through. So you just have to pass the excess fish lines through to make the handle firm. And after you are done, this is what you should get. You have your handle neatly attached to your bag. So we are going to weave around it. So with a new fish line, you go through this bead, and then you fix 3 beads on the left fish line. You cross with the 3rd bead using the right fish line. You make sure you have the ends of the fish line, then you pull it out. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead, fix 2 beads on the left fish line again, cross with the 2nd bead using the right fish line, you pull it out. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next bead. Then you weave on with the same method. So the same method as we started the bag with, that is the same thing we are using throughout. So I'm going to weave the rest off camera and I'll be right back. So I have it done, and as you can see, the sides are forming. So we are going to weave one more time with the same method. And yeah, we have it also done. So this is what you should get after you are done. And I made the same thing off camera, but this time the one I made off camera has one side, and then the one we did has 2 sides. So it should be 3 sides in all, and after you join you should get 4 sides. So we are going to join it together. So we already have enough fish line here. So on this fish line you fix 1 bead, and then with that same fish line you go through the first bead on the other side as well, you pull it out, and then you should have the 1 bead in the middle of both sides. Then you pick 1 bead, and then you cross with both fish lines. Then with the right fish line you go through the next bead. With the left fish line you go through the next bead as well. Then you pick 1 bead, and then you cross with both sides. Then with the right fish line you go through the next bead. With the left fish line you go through the next bead, pick 1 bead again, you cross with both fish lines. So we are going to use the same method to join the sides together. So this is what you should be getting if you're on the right track. You can see the sides joining, and then you are going to weave till you get to this end. And this is what you should get after you are done joining the sides together. Then you have to pass your excess fish lines through to secure your work. And we are done with our beautiful YouTube logo beaded bag. This is so easy but nice because the colors are just loving. Yeah, the colors are just mwah. And for my red and white lovers, this is just for you. If you're a new subscriber, thank you and welcome to my lovely family. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for always supporting me. Please give this video a thumbs up, make sure you comment and share as well. Do all to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Thank you. See you in my next video. Have a nice day and bye.